the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I'm rocking my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Welcome to Villains, the podcast. Last week we just did a 30-minute show. It was Thanksgiving, but today we have so much to talk about. We have entertainment, we have food, heavy on football today. For those of you who aren't really big fans of football that are watching this, it's okay. Nobody's going to be mad at you. Shout out to the 22 people watching already. So without further ado, what's going on, James?
Yes, sir. What it do? I'm alive. I speak English, and man, oh man, the holidays are here, and it's a good time to be alive.
Oh yeah, man. So this my office here, my podcast room is full of Christmas presents for the kids. I absolutely love it. So Chris, how we doing?
I'm just doing peachy. I'm in the most festive holiday mood you can be in. But before I can celebrate holidays, I have one simple message for the College Football Playoff Committee. 2 words. Fuck you. We'll get into that later. I'm looking forward to the show.
We're creatures of habit. We can't live without it. We don't have to answer to anyone. We're chasing the rabbit like creatures of habit, and no one else knows where we're coming from. And nothing.
Terry, how we doing?
Oh, we're doing great, man. Glad to be on and finally got a coach.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So we got one more. Emily, I see you're on mute, but how are we doing?
I'm okay.
So,
As good as I could be.
yes, I feel you there. So we are sick over in here, and not just in the head. So
That's where it starts.
it's where it started from the beginning. So I just want to point out that we're going to do some pretty good FAFOs tonight. So I'm going to play the first one here. I'm going to put a disclaimer before every single one we play. If you are squeamish, do not watch. amazingly, she was okay. That I mean, like she's a little sore today, but she's okay. No major injuries, but like as a child, you're taught to look both ways before you cross the road, right? Like, am I wrong or right?
You're right.
You're right.
AC knows to look both ways before we cross the road.
Yeah, but I bet you anything, and I bet you top dollar that she would have rather said, "I want to be in the bear. I want to be in the woods with a bear."
Well, she's in the woods in her head because she got knocked the fuck out.
I tell you what, it looked like she landed just perfectly to not make it a worse injury than what it was.
Correct. That I noticed that too. Like she landed perfectly on her side. She didn't like land on her ankles or her head or her neck. I mean, if you could land one way, if you had to during something like that, that's the way I'd want to land. I hopefully don't get hit by a car. That was vicious. All righty, so we are going to start out with entertainment today, despite James's biggest criticisms. So I want you to pick one per row.
Oh, one per row? Okay.
James.
Man, I mean, the first row is all very hard to choose from.
They're all hard to choose from for me.
They really are. But you know what? If I had to pick one, I'd go Blockbuster, Radio Shack, and you know what? As much as I want to go Circuit City, give me Kmart.
Okay. I was a huge fan of Kmart growing up. I used to love going there. Kmart was really cool before it imploded. Chris.
Bring back Toys R Us, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the news, Toys R Us is making a comeback. So Toys R Us. In the second row, give me Radio Shack. Because there's still some Sears, there's still some JCPenney's around. I don't need no more Sears. And then on the bottom row, since I've already got Radio Shack coming back, I don't need Circuit City. And we have all the clothing stores already. You know what? Give me the Blue Light Special. Bring me Kmart.
Okay. Emily.
So I would go with Toys R Us. I guess I would go with Radio Shack and then Kmart.
Okay. No crazy talk there, Terry.
I'm going to continue the trend with Toys R Us because if you've seen all those collectible figures I've got, majority of those came from Toys R Us when I was buying them as an adult because I don't give a shit. I'm buying toys. Give me Radio Shack because they were underrated when it came to RC cars. They actually had a really decent RC car collection. And the bottom line, give me Big Kmart.
Okay. Nothing crazy there. For me, Toys R Us and Blockbuster. I like Blockbuster more than I like Toys R Us. I was never a big toy kid. I like sports when I was a kid. Not really so much toys. Never really got into toys that much. But if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go Toys R Us because I loved KB toys when I was a kid, and AC being able to take him into a Toys R Us would be a really cool experience. Blockbuster, to be honest with you, as cool and nostalgic as it is, I really like picking up my phone, using it to turn on my TV, put up whatever streaming app I want, and watch whatever I want at that moment. So as cool as Blockbuster was when I was a kid, it would be really ineffective for me now. So Toys R Us, Radio Shack for sure. Radio Shack was cool. Not only did it have like RC cars, like you said, man, it had like Walkmans and all kinds of really cool stuff. You go in there, you could play with them first to see if you wanted to buy them. The bottom row, man, I want to say Kmart like y'all do, man, but Circuit City was just the coolest shit when you were a kid, man. I don't care what anybody says. Circuit City was that place. It had Nintendos, it had Segas, it had TVs, it had everything, man. Give me Circuit City in this moment. But you know how this game is played, James.
Yeah, I mean, with the first row, it's not even close. I'm gonna have to take away Borders. Why? Because we got Barnes and Noble. I know we got Sears going on, but I mean, when you put Hollywood Video and Blockbuster side by side, yeah, give me Blockbuster any day of the week. I'm eliminating Hollywood Video, and then, like you said, dude, Circuit City was just that place, and I know Payless was good. I got a few shoes from there, definitely good. But at the end of the day, I'm eliminating Payless.
Alrighty. Chris.
So, never heard of Borders in my life. On the flip side, Blockbuster Video is ineffective today. So, I understand Borders is a bookstore, that kind of thing. I think Books A Million and all those companies need more competition. So I'm going to dump Blockbuster Video. I'm going to drop Hollywood Video because, again, it's ineffective in today's age. And at the bottom, I'm dumping Payless Shoe Store.
All right.
There's too many other shoe companies out there. I can go to a strip mall and go to Skechers outlet store. You know, every single shoe company has an outlet store. I don't need another shoe store.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alrighty, nothing wrong with that. Emily.
I see move over. So I would get rid of the Borders, the Hollywood Video, and the Payless. Just don't touch it.
Okay. Carrie.
I've never been to a Borders. And another advantage in my favor is I can't read, so the books is already gonna kill it for me. So I'm keeping Blockbuster, and here's why: because not many people could afford streaming, so this would be like their little cheap little getaway. For that reason, I mean, believe me, I was one of them, even before streaming. But so I'm getting rid of Borders. Sears was great, but I know other stores that were, just like it, if not a little bit better with everything they had in it. So I'm also going to keep Hollywood Video because Blockbuster needs competitors. Bottom one, I would get the majority of my shoes from Big Five Sporting Goods, if you guys remember those ones. So,
ooh, that's an insane pull.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of Payless shoes.
Okay. All right. So for me, reading bores me to absolute motherfucking tears. I'm barely old enough to remember Blockbuster, so bring them back. I'm with you. Yeah, so reading bores me to tears, so Borders can go. Second row, I have some fond memories of going into Sears with my mom, and I'm keeping Blockbuster in this scenario. So Hollywood Video never been in one, so it can go. And on the bottom row, man, like I don't think I've ever been in a Payless in my entire life. Like I don't ever think I've been in one. I really liked Kmart when I was younger, so I too am going to go ahead and get rid of Payless. I think that was a clean sweep on that one. That's pretty cool. So before we move on,
so I do have one other thing to say about that graphic, right? On Sears, if we're bringing back Sears, we also have to bring back Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward is the best ever, but continue.
And then we have to continue the Montgomery Ward, the Sears, and the JCPenney catalogs, because all of us guys in here, if you never did it, reading those three catalogs while you're doing your business in the bathroom, that's a pastime for every man in America. I'm just telling you.
Guilty.
It was free. So we save money. It's a smart economical decision.
It was free 99. The fuck you expect us to do?
Right. And you couldn't get in trouble for looking at it because all you're seeing is the underwear and the bras, right? I mean, that's all you're seeing. You weren't seeing nudity.
One quick thing though with that one too, because it was probably mostly through California, but there was a store called Fedco. So imagine if Sears and Walmart Supercenter had a love child. This was basically the literal one-stop shop. They had a full-on grocery store, full-on furniture mart, name brand clothing, jewelry, toys, sporting goods, guns, even a auto repair center.
So a modern day Walmart. Okay. So
Walmart didn't have like full-on sofas on display.
they do now.
Actually furniture type.
Yeah, no, they
got
definitely.
they got whole kitchens on display now.
Yeah.
Or now, but I'm saying like a whole big section dedicated to that one area. It's almost like they put an Ashley furniture in the back of the store that's about the same size.
Yeah. And where are they now? No, I'm just kidding. So Lane Kiffin is Villain Media Network Villain. We do one every year. This year it was just made for us. Like there's no other person that it could have been. Distracting his team in the middle of it, and then saying he wanted to coach the team, and the AD comes out and says, "Hey, we told him 3 months ago or 2 months ago, whatever. If he leaves, he's not coaching the team." I'm gonna, and everybody's like, and I'm the first one to say I'm taking the $100 million too. Right, I'm with it, but the way he did it and sending planes everywhere, right when he was in the middle of the conversation, that's just what Lane Kiffin is. Like I don't understand why the outrage is there. He's been no different since he first took that job with the Oakland Raiders and then moved to Tennessee and then moved to USC. Like this should not shock people, but he is the villain of the year. But I will tell you, watching his top 5 targets go to other schools today was no small satisfaction on my part. The problem is when you do dumb shit like that, what did these kids think they invested in? Alabama comes open next year. Now you're going to go to them. That's a problem. And we saw it today in recruiting. All the 5 people he tried to flip, every single one of them said no. One went to Florida. One went to Georgia, one went to Alabama, one went to South Carolina, and one went to Clemson. The problem is when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And Lane Kiffin played a stupid game, but I'm going to go even further. LSU played a stupider game. You're paying 3 coaches now. And you bring in Lane Kiffin because he's the hot name, and he was the hot name. He has Ole Miss like on fire, bro. He's been there forever now, and the problem is he burned a lot of bridges while he was standing on them, including his recruits, the people on his team. They had reports of people on his team, and I'm sure, Chris, you saw it too, where they're putting out statements like, when the whole thing went down, we just asked them to keep Pete Goldman. We said we didn't care about Lane. Like, that's what they said was going on before he made the decision even. So I don't know, man.
There's also the report that on Sunday when the Players Council had their meeting,
correct,
he tried to come in the Players Council, and the Players Council kicked him out and told him to go on.
Yeah, so the one thing that Ole Miss did that I don't agree with, no matter how dirty Lane Kiffin was, he deserved to say goodbye to his players. He tried, so we can't get mad at him for that. We're talking because I heard a bunch of stuff on social media where he didn't even say bye to his players. That's the kind of man he is. But even the AD admits he tried to go tell the players before everybody else. After he told the AD, and the AD had all his stuff escorted out into the street, had him banned from all the facilities, and told him no, he could not say bye to his players. That is true. That is true story from the AD's mouth himself. You were stooping to his level of petty, and he should have been allowed to say goodbye to his players. And that's where I believe that.
In a way, I kind of understand that though, because let's change the roles a little bit. Let's say that's Ohio State, and their coaches decide to go to Michigan. Do you think Ohio State's going to let them coaches come in their locker room and tell them players goodbye? No, absolutely not. They're not going to let them do that.
Well, the problem is here's where I understand what you're saying, but here's where it doesn't really matter. They known he was going, and the players that he wanted, he had already taken to the side when he made that decision. While the last few weeks of the season were going on, I guarantee you, because the entire coaching staff said they knew too, and they had a decision to make. And so the players that he wanted, he already talked to them. Like it would have done no more harm, like we're going to LSU. Hey, come with me. I mean, that's really all he could have said. I disagree with that. I think he should have been able to say goodbye.
Look, I will say this. I've said this on Facebook on numerous posts and everything like that. The dude pulled a LeBron James and Nick Saban. Look, he had all the players that he needed to make a college football championship run. There's no denying that. But the reason why I say that he pulled a Nick Saban was because, he wanted to stretch it out and be like, oh, hey, I want to give you the expectation that I'm going to stay here, but overnight, I'm going to pack up my shit and go to in-conference rival. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that too, James, just because at no point did he make them think he was staying. Like he refused to acknowledge it. He never once gave an implication that he wasn't going to entertain other offers. Like I don't think that's how that went down.
I'm just going off of like the post that I saw on Facebook, like, oh, Lane Kiffin is stretching out his decision of whether he wants to stay at Ole Miss or go somewhere else. This is typical Lane Kiffin fashion, but we all know that we got the update and that it was like, yo, we know he's going to LSU. Everybody else is obviously thinking that it's like, oh, he's stretching it out. He's being a diva about it. No, he's not. We knew where he was going to go. Y'all are just too stupid to realize it.
Here's how it played out in reality, right? So when the offer came, he was talking to him. It's very public. Planes were flying to Baton Rouge, Florida, all that. And what the reason he was trying to wait before he made a deal is because he wanted to coach that team in the playoffs. He made no bones about that. He tried his best to stretch that out, but he didn't want to give up the opportunity. And eventually, Ole Miss came to him and said, bro, like, you going to tell us one way or another right after the Egg Bowl. Like, you're going to. Like, this is going to happen, they told him. And so he had to make his decision right then. And so he couldn't stretch it out anymore. He doesn't get to coach the team. I agree with Ole Miss not letting him coach the team through the playoffs. I mean, I hate it because I would like to have seen it. But at the same time, no, bro, you just sold all these kids a dream. You sold us a dream, and then you're going to leave? Like, no, you don't get benefits of coaching this team through the playoffs. Like that, like you should have kept your business until after the season. So that brings me to my next point that I want y'all to touch on before we move on. College football is broken. We know that. But the coaches are broken as well. What needs to happen, because we talked a lot about letting the players get played and fairness, right? Well, the only fair way to do this is open a portal for coaches too. I think coaches should have a portal between January 2nd and 9, just like the players do. And I think they need to make that decision during that time. The NCAA has the power to make that happen. But it actually needs to be after the football season's over. Like, soon as the national championship game's over, you have a 2-week window. You can either go and sign with someone else, or you can stay with your team. And that way we don't, did y'all see Rick Pitino's tweet that he put out? Man, I couldn't agree more. Rick Pitino says, okay, so I'm at SJU. I'm a number 1 seed in the tournament with a great chance to win the national championship. And I leave the team for someone else in March. Something's wrong with this calendar. He's right. There's no reason they should be able to sign until the season's over. That needs to be a rule. Your thoughts on it, James?
Rick Pitino, was that the Louisville men's basketball coach?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, he's got
anymore, but yeah, that's the guy.
Oh yeah, no, he's got every right in the book to lash out like that. I mean, look, I will say this. Coach K and Roy Williams, the head coach of North Carolina. was the same thing that John Calipari and Rick Pitino was to college basketball. But I mean, look, Rick Pitino, whatever he's saying, hey, I'll back him 100%.
Yep. So, Chris.
So, I actually have two proposals on this. If you leave your team as a head coach before January 1st, the team you go to will be ineligible for the postseason the following year. If you leave one school for another, any player from the original team is permitted to enter the transfer portal, but are not permitted to follow the coach to the new school. Two simple things to fix it.
Well, here's first of all, I'll address the comment before we move on. I don't care that it would mess with recruiting. Like, if you made that decision, you have to wait till out the season, because why should the school suffer recruiting? You know what I mean? So like I'm looking out more for the school and the kids than I am the coach at this point. Coach is going to make millions of dollars. He's fine or she's fine or whatever. This idea is for the players and the schools. So like, when it's over, yeah, you have to adjust recruiting, but that's a decision that man or woman made when they went to the next school, and the kids shouldn't be penalized for it. That's just how I feel about that. Carrie.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think it's a mess, and I mean, it is. I mean, like the Penn State guy there, we got rid of Chip Kelly late, or they agreed to part ways like late in right, like almost like a month or so before the season was going to start. So they had to hurry up and scramble and get this garbage excuse for a coach we had. So I mean, but I also believe in commitment. So I think once you should, if you want to switch later, just like at least fulfill 1 year after the letter of intent signed. I don't think you should just be able to just quit right then and there.
So I don't think you should penalize the kids for that. Like Chris said, you can't go follow that coach to a school. Well, that's really not fair to the kid. And I know that's shitty for the school, and I get that, the way the coach is leaving. But if a kid wants to play for let's just say Shane Beamer, like he really wants to play for him, and Shane Beamer takes the job at Tennessee, something happens, whatever, like the kids should be able to go and play for Shane Beamer. I don't agree with that. Shouldn't penalize the kid at all for said thing. But also this is something else that I'm saying. Like, you gotta look out for the coaches too. I don't think coaches should be able to be fired until their season's over. You don't have to wait for the natty for that, because getting a new coach or whatever. But once the season's over, because what we have here is we're all like crying for the school. Oh, look what Lane Kiffin did to Ole Miss, and he did, right? But look at what fucking Penn State did to James Franklin. A year after winning a playoff, not even a year, halfway through the season, after winning 11 games so many years in a row, won a playoff game last year, and then they fire him. Like, there's got to be protection for everybody. That's what I want. I want to see fairness in the game. You made a commitment to the coach, no matter, unless the coach does like rape or murder or something more moralistic like that, you shouldn't be able to fire him. Like, I just don't. I mean, you got to wait till the end of the season. Doesn't matter how many years left on contract. Y'all agreed to a buyout. That's fine with me. But you have to wait till the end of the season. Hold on a second. Oh yeah. I mean, we can all agree to what the date should be for that. But this is a mess. I don't think schools should get to pay kids directly either. Like, the nil, I'm all for. Like, if you're good enough to go out and get an endorsement deal, you should be able to do that with your name and likeness. You should. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to make money, but the schools shouldn't be able to directly pay. And I just have one reason for that. Like, how are we supposed to have competitiveness with Rutgers and Old Dominion and teams like that? And when it comes down to it, teams like Texas A&M, man, they just going to buy your players Chris alluded to that earlier in the chat. He's like, yeah, back then Billy Napier was able to snag a bunch of kids from LSU because they wanted to stay close to home when that stuff happens. But that's not going to happen anymore. Like, hey, you want to stay close to home, but you got Kansas State over here, bro. I'll give you $3 million. You can play for me. It's a mess. Teams can't compete. It is. It's a complete mess. And Chris,
I just figured I'd put it there so it's easier to read.
I get what you're saying. You're ineligible for the postseason, but once again, that's not fair to the kids. Just because the school makes a decision on the coach, I understand penalizing. Hey, you left this team. In some way, penalizing the coach, yes, but penalizing the kids that are at that school already. A new coach is coming, and now they can't go to the postseason. We got to protect the kids. It's not fair to the kids. Like, they're at their dream school, and now they can't go to the postseason because LSU decided to hire somebody else. It doesn't work that way to me because of that reason. I will always err on the side of the kids. I think when they signed Neil, I think it was the best thing college football done. There were a lot of mad people when that happened, but who the fuck are you? This kid's out there and he's made a name for himself and he's playing good football, and fucking McDonald's wants to give him $10 million. What's that shit to you? Quit being jealous. Let that kid make his money. That makes no sense not to let the kid make the money.
And those schools are making money off the kids because people want to come pay to see them play.
And buy the merchandise.
Yeah.
I think if that's the one thing I know Chris is going to say that in a minute. I agree with you on that. I don't think the school should directly pay them. But if a school sells a jersey with your name on it, you should get a cut. I agree with you on that.
I agree with that.
Heard you say that before. I agree with that part. Let me just clear that. Salary cap would be great. And I hear Congress is in the middle of that.
They're working on it hard. They actually just had a committee hearing this week about it. And Tim Burchett's absolutely right in what he was saying. Let's go back to the old days. The school's not paying the athlete. But at the same time, if you're going to have NIL, you can't have 50 different state laws on that. You can't have a kid in Louisiana able to go to LSU and make $5 million a year on NIL with his endorsements. But yet up here in Nebraska, he can only cap off at $2 million because that's what the Nebraska state law says. You can't have 50 different laws on it. You have to have a national, hey, this is what your limits are on NIL. This is where it's capped. This is what you can do.
I think head coaches should have a salary cap too. I'm going to be real honest with y'all. I mean, it would put a stop to all this goddamn nonsense. Like Lane Kiffin, we call him a villain, and he is, and the way he went about it was terrible. But I mean, I'm not turning down $100 million either. That's crazy. I mean, but if there's a cap and Ole Miss max the cap, then he probably does not leave. Like I'm just saying, Ole Miss offered him a lot of money. But if there's no incentive, like if there's a cap and LSU can't spend $80 million a year on their roster because Ole Miss can't do it, then that job doesn't look as attractive. You know what I mean?
I actually think Auburn is onto something with the contract they got with Alex Golesh. His base salary is $6.5 million. But if he gets to 7 wins, it's $1 million bonus. If he gets to 9 wins, it's a $3 million bonus. He can in bonuses, he could end up making $14 million. But he's got to earn that by winning games. I think that's the next best thing going. You keep that buyout low, you keep his annual salary low, and hey, if you win more than what you normally do, you get a bonus. I don't think that's a hard system to figure out.
No, and before, because I want to move on, I got a lot of stuff I want to do. I just want to say, like, if you look at Lane Kiffin, he's the second highest paid football coach right now behind Kirby Smart, only by $0.2 million. So Lane Kiffin, he's had a great couple seasons, but he's never even won a conference championship. And he's making Kirby Smart and Dabo Sweeney kind of money. that something's wrong. Like he's not earned that. Like nothing he's ever done would tell me he deserves to be paid as much as Kirby Smart. Nothing.
And like Alex Joe was, his base salary is $6.5 million. But if he wins college football playoff championship, his salary that year is $15 million. He earned it by going out and winning the games. It's not like they just gave it to him. He went out and he earned it.
All right. So I'm going to Emily is not going to participate in this one because we already talked about it. She may be sleeping in a second. So she's not feeling well. So yeah, one per row, mofos. This is a lot harder than it even looks. But continue on. James, one per row, bro.
God, this is insanely tough. Literally per row.
No, it ain't.
It is for me.
Yeah, it is for me as well. But if I had to pick, I'll go with the kid, Ken Griffey Jr.
Correct, Cody.
I'll go with Iron Man, Ricky Henderson. Ain't nobody reaching his stolen base record anytime fucking soon. Oh, now the final row is where it gets tough. I will say this. It is between Hank Aaron and Roberto Clemente. God, I want the home run record of Hank Aaron, but I will say this. There is a reason there is an award named after Roberto Clemente, so give me Clemente.
Okay. Crazy talk a little bit, but not really. Chris.
Top row simple for me. Give me the purest hitter of all time, Ken Griffey Jr.
Sweetest swing in baseball. I don't care what you say.
Second row.
For sure.
This ain't difficult. One of the top 10 hitters of all time. Give me Mickey Mantle.
Okay.
And the bottom row.
Yeah, you hate the Yankees.
Say what you will. Give me Hammer and Hank.
I got you. But James, in all fairness, real quick, even though Ricky Henderson is in the A's uniform and he was notarized, he played for the Yankees too. So Chris really had no choice but to choose a former Yankee here.
No lies. I will say this though. Like I said, ain't nobody touching Ricky Henderson's stolen base record anytime soon.
You know, I thought that too, but with the new rules, the pitcher can only look over once and the bases are bigger, and I don't know, man. It'll be hard. Rules are in their favor now.
I'm a firm believer. There's a lot of players out there that are like looking to be in the conversation. They're going to have to steal a lot of bases if they want to even come within shouting distance of Ricky Henderson's record.
I don't disagree. Terry.
First row, taking the kid. Second row, I'm going to go with Mickey Mantle. I think it might have been tougher if Joe DiMaggio was not there and then put Ted Williams there. It might have made it a little more interesting. Bottom row, give me Hank Aaron.
Okay. For me, it's really hard. Mike Trout is fantastic, but he's hurt all the time. Barry Bonds, gosh, the man had more home runs and walks than he did strikes. That's an insane stat, but he cheated. I love the steroid era, but if we're going off pure talent, like Barry Bonds cheated, bro. Give me the kid. Like that's crazy talk. Anything other than the kid here. If he hadn't had, he never juiced up. If he hadn't had those few injuries, man, we might be talking about him as the GOAT right now. Second row. I mean, man, look, this is so hard for me. Gosh, give me Mickey Mantle and what he meant to baseball. Like Mickey Mantle is that dude. On the bottom row, man, I'm a motherfucking Brave through and through. So give me the true home run king. The dude was too skinny to be juicing on anything. Still knocking your motherfucking pitches out of the park. Give me Hammer and Hank all day long, man. All day long. But you know how this game is played, James.
Yeah, I mean, oh man. As much as I love this dude in the modern day era, I'm going to have to go ahead and get rid of Mike Trout because, like you said, he is injured. And he is wasting all of his talent. Granted, I love him. I love him for the fact that he is staying with the Angels to, show like, hey, there's still loyalty in this game. But at the same time, dude, they are literally wasting your talent. They had Shohei Ohtani and you on the same team, and they did nothing with it.
It's because those are the only two players on the team, which is just further proof that teams win, not individuals. Unless you're the Dodgers and you buy all the individuals.
Very true. So, look.
I'm sorry.
As much as I hate saying it, I'm going to have to get rid of Mike Trout. I love the dude, but I'm going to have to get rid of him in the top row. This is where things get tough. Oh, God.
Top row's tough, too, to me, but go ahead.
I mean, bro, you look at it, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, and Ricky Henderson. I mean, come on. That is so insanely tough to... Because Joe DiMaggio had a hitting record that somebody's going to touch, but nobody's going to touch anytime soon. Mickey Mantle, or may have been Mickey Mantle. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, I can't eliminate Ricky Henderson because I picked him. Oh, God, this is so tough.
We're here if you need to talk, James.
Ironically, I'm wearing Yankees gear too.
Dump one of them.
Which one you got, James?
No matter what I say, it's going to be crazy talk. But
pick one.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, God, I'm still going to get crazy talk for this no matter what. Middle row, I'll eliminate Joe DiMaggio. Bottom row, I'm eliminating Robinson.
Okay. Chris.
This is not difficult for me. Barry Bonds, you fucking cheated. Goodbye. Joe DiMaggio, as great of what a player you were, your career didn't last long enough. Do you know why your career didn't last long enough? You were a horrible fucking human being. Goodbye, Joe DiMaggio. And sorry, Robinson, you got to go. The other two are just better players all around.
Terry.
Well, first row, I'm going to get rid of Trout just because of the simple fact it'd be the biggest what if. Kind of like what Andrew Luck meant to the Colts and the quarterback position for that matter.
And Derrick Rose to the Chicago Bulls too.
Yeah. So I'm getting rid of Trout just strictly based off of that because, like I said, he's injured more than he seems like he's playing. Middle row, it's not as hard as, I'm not going to be all dramatic like James was. Like, get rid of DiMaggio. Let's get rid of DiMaggio there. At bottom row, I'm getting rid of Robinson.
Alrighty. So before I go, I just want to say, like, everybody keeps saying that Derrick Rose is the biggest what if in NBA history. I don't agree with that. Grant Hill is the biggest what if in NBA history, man. What if Grant Hill had
Preach it.
stayed healthy forever, man, he'd be up there in the conversation with LeBron and Kobe about who's second right now. I'm telling you, the guy was that damn good.
He was, but I'll tell you what, you look at what Derrick Rose did. If he didn't go down in 2012, imagine what he would have brought to the Chicago Bulls. I'm not saying that as a biased Bulls fan. I'm saying that as a sports fan. Imagine what that dude would have done to the city of Chicago.
Well, you know what?
Imagine
I'm going to go on with my picks, but I'm telling you right now, man, Grant Hill could have been. I mean, like Derrick Rose was never going to be in the conversation of the greatest of all time, no matter if he got injured or not. He was a fantastic player, but Grant Hill could have. Like, I know y'all didn't, Terry did, and Chris did. You didn't live through that era, but when this motherfucker was at Duke, man, like that shit, and that's when college football was at an elite level. I mean, college basketball was at an elite level. This dude was a fucking menace.
His rookie season, his first preseason game ever was against the Bulls. He stepped on the court in his first play. He almost broke Jordan's ankles. I mean, that's what he was. And for him to break his foot his rookie year, that hurt him bad. And then from then on, he could not keep his knees healthy because it all started with a broken foot.
Look, I will say this. The top 3 greatest what ifs of all time: Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady, Derrick Rose.
Alrighty. T-Mac was healthy pretty much his whole career.
He did suffer some injuries, but he was that dude.
I'm going to throw Bobby Hurley in there.
I mean, there's a lot, but we're not going to get into NBA.
There really is a lot.
We can do NBA on another show as long as it's old school, because I don't really give a shit about today's NBA.
Yeah,
facts.
All right, so top row, I'm getting rid of Mike Trout. I know Barry Bonds cheated, but I had so much motherfucking fun in the steroid era. I don't give a shit that Sosa and McGuire and Bonds were juicing. That shit was fun. That was the highest ratings baseball ever had too. I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. So a lot of people,
you look at the numbers that sorry to interrupt. You look at the numbers that Bonds did during the steroids era. The dude was still on fire, and pitchers were still pitching to him.
Well, he got walked a lot. But my point is that was the best views that Major League Baseball ever had. So there's a lot of people that agree with me about how fun that was. However, he cheated. That's just what it is. Second row, I'm getting rid of Joe DiMaggio. I just don't think he was that great of a player. Like, I think it was cool that he had a 56 hit streak, but he doesn't belong in the conversation with the other 2 men on this row, like at all. Like, he just doesn't. Cool, you dated Marilyn Monroe and you had a 56 hit game, but like, let's prepare career versus career here. Joe DiMaggio doesn't belong in this conversation. That's just factual to me. Third row, Clemente was a better overall player than Hank Aaron. And if you don't agree with me, you don't know baseball. That's just what it is. Hank Aaron was a great home run hitter. Roberto Clemente was going to get base hits always. He's a better overall player. So I can't get rid of him. Hank Aaron was the home run champion. That's why I chose him. Plus, he's a Brave. Robinson's going to have to go. He's just outclassed here. Like, nothing against him, but like, look at the two men on the other side of him, the home run champion and Roberto fucking Clemente. I hate to say it, bro, but you don't belong in this conversation.
Hank Aaron became the home run champion, hitting 700 plus home runs. Meanwhile, Roberto Clemente has an award named after him, for crying out loud.
So Hank Aaron finished with 755, and he broke the record at 715.
And don't forget, Clemente's career was cut short too, prematurely.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do one FAFO, and then we're gonna take our only commercial break. I'm telling y'all, if you're squeaking, matter of fact, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the 2 Facebooks from here because they tend to be a little bit more sensitive, and then we'll reattach them after FAFO. because they will be sending me angry emails, and I don't want that. But the people that are watching right now, if you're sensitive, I'm giving you the opportunity not to watch what you're about to see. Like, I know after something like that, like, I have to watch it now. But this is your chance. Just don't turn us off. Just turn away from the camera for a second.
Is it recording right now?
It is.
Brett thinks it's going to go bad.
So do I.
We're either going to lose a finger or we're not.
We're not reading directions or anything. We're so fucking. Oh, shit! Woo! Yep.
It sure did go bad.
Did y'all see that dude's hand?
Yeah.
Oh,
That look on your face, Terry.
oh.
Well, it wasn't the one I was thinking of. I thought it was the one with the sword.
Well, we got another one coming. Don't ruin the surprise. But did you see that man's hand?
Bro turned into Jason Pierre-Paul.
Oh, it was worse than that. Like flesh, bro. That his fingers were gone. That was just flesh hanging down at that point, skin and flesh. Like, but you know what? That sucks for him. He did live and all that, but I mean, like, I will pray for his recovery, but at the same time, man, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Like, you know what? Fireworks are explosives. It's no different than people when they walk into the woods and they approach wolves and moose and stuff like that. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's just reality of the world, bro. Like who the fuck does shit like that? But the next FAFO is even worse, because I think it was Terry or Brandon, one of them said, who thought that was a good idea? I can't wait for y'all to see the next one. But
they said, yeah, it went horribly bad, and you hear the lady in the background, call 911, call 911.
Yep. All right, we are going to take our only commercial break. It's only going to be a few moments, so don't go anywhere. We got a couple more things to cover, and then we're going to cover Conference Championship Week. And I'm trying to save time for it. That's why I'm rushing through. I'm not trying to cut anybody off, but like, I know how y'all are going to be as soon as we bring up Conference Championship Week. No idea why James is pointing to Notre Dame, because those motherfuckers are too cowardly to have one.
Hey,
Still in the college football playoffs, baby.
I'm just going to throw it out there. They had an opportunity for a 13th game, and they're cowards too.
Well, I did get the official notice on that. Vanderbilt only reached out to Miami and Utah, both declining. But if you're Miami and Utah and you're trying to get into, that's a bitch move, because this is your opportunity to show that you can go. Vanderbilt called you out man to man and you pushed down. From Vanderbilt. There will be no more Vanderbilt slander from Miami or Utah fans, because y'all pussies. Pussies. Tell me I'm wrong. All right.
You're not wrong.
All right. We are going to take our only commercial break. You're watching Villains, the podcast. 50 people watching, only on the Villain Media Network. So welcome back, Villain Gaming. That's the one that are like I'm going big into gaming, like really big. So I'm playing Red Dead, funny as hell, just go around antagonizing people and murdering people in the most brutal way possible. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Rogue. I'm playing NCAA 25. Emily's playing her new Zelda game, which she already fucking beat. She ain't had it but 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll get James into hopefully we'll get James into gaming. Have you played Red Dead yet, James?
No, not yet. We still got a lot of things going on right now, but rest assured, I'm gonna get back into gaming for sure.
Yes, you're gonna love Red Dead, and when you do that, man, I'll teach you how to game. It's totally, I meant to stream, and it's totally free. Doesn't cost a dime. So it's really I'm gonna go big on that.
Say less.
So also Jimbo, really good. Let's. I want y'all to pick one per row here. This one was I saw it and I'm like, oh, that's easy for me. I already know what I like. Well, it was not. So James.
Well, you know what? Give me the peppermint chip milkshake.
Okay.
The frozen hot chocolate.
Okay.
You know what? Give me the peppermint frosty as well.
All right. There's only like 2 crazy talks on this entire thing, and you didn't hit any of them. So I would absolutely drink all 3 drinks that you just said. Chris.
Andrew, real quick, I'm going to need you to call 911. I'm going to need you to call the FBI, the CIA, the ATF, and every other 3-letter agency in the world, because me and James agree 100% on it. I'm taking all 3 of them. 1, 5, 8.
Whoa, look at that. That's the first time I think y'all have ever agreed on anything since y'all met each other.
Hang on. I'm pitching myself to make sure this is real.
Right? Emily, if you're awake, pick one per row.
I'm awake. I'm just sick.
We'll let you go after this.
Common cold?
I wish.
Common COVID. But anyway,
like, it's a bad sign when you have vapor rub and you can't smell it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think we have the COVID. But anyway, if you could taste, which would be your 3?
Damn. I'm going to have to go with the peppermint milkshake. Peppermint chip.
Yes.
Milkshake.
Mom, do this.
Leave me alone, boy.
Mom!
Hey, stop. All right, go.
The frozen hot chocolate. Damn, and the peppermint frosty.
Okay. So full on. Yeah. So I think that's exactly what the other 2 picked. I'm sensing a theme here. Gary.
Well, to save time on the show, I have the exact same 3.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Wow, that is so cool.
Forget all the 3-letter agencies. We're calling the Senate Intelligence Committee on this shit.
That's right. So it's my turn. So is this going to be a clean sweep? No. I am going to agree with y'all on the peppermint chip milkshake because that looks good. But the second row, man, fuck y'all. Pumpkin spice latte is the greatest thing on fucking earth. So no, I'm not taking frozen hot chocolate over pumpkin spice latte. That's crazy talk. All crazy talk. You all get a crazy talk today. And on the bottom row, I will agree with y'all too. Peppermint frosty. I've never had one, but that shit sounds good as fuck.
They are very good.
I want one. Like I really want one. That sounds. I love peppermint. Like peppermint's fucking great. But pumpkin spice, y'all are crazy, crazy as hell. But we about to get into some real ass crazy talk up in this bitch because I already know y'all. James, eliminate one per row, and I'm gonna go ahead and get geared up for all the crazy talk y'all fitting to give me.
Well, so first crazy talk is definitely gonna have to go to the first row. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the eggnog shake. Second row, oh, you gonna have to slap the bitch off me because I'm getting rid of the pumpkin spice latte frap.
Super duper fucking crazy. Continue on.
I will say I will make up for this. I promise you. Why? Because the bottom row, I'm getting rid of the noggy or nice shake.
Alrighty.
Because what the fuck is even that?
I don't know, man, but you got your strike one, James. Chris.
So I like eggnog. I think I could handle the eggnog shake without the whipped cream and cherry.
That'd be the only way I could. But no, continue on.
I just don't think I could handle a sugar cookie shake. It doesn't sound good to me. So I'm going to dump the sugar cookie shake.
Crazy talk. Continue on.
The next row. Sorry, I don't want pumpkin in my coffee.
Crazy.
Sorry,
bastard.
not
I
happening.
I already knew what was fitting to happen because all y'all don't have your taste buds. You don't have your white girl jeans on. But continue on.
Hey, I still got the pumpkin smash involved. All right.
It's not
And
the same.
on this bottom row, I have no idea what's in this noggy or nice. But guess what? I don't want pumpkin in my ice cream either. Sorry, pumpkin smash is gone too.
Alrighty. I'm less inclined to really argue with the third row, but yeah, Emily, let me go ahead because I already know her. Go ahead.
So I'm getting rid of the egg vomit.
No.
I think I'll actually get rid of the peppermint mocha.
Okay, crazy talk, but continue.
And then I'm getting rid of the other egg vomit. So,
Man, come here.
Okay.
Or go that way.
All right. Terry.
Well, just to clarify for Chris, number 9, that pumpkin smash, that's not a coffee. It's more like a smoothie.
There's still pumpkin in your damn ice cream.
Yeah, I know. But, all right, so first row, I'm getting rid of eggnog shake. I didn't even know McDonald's did that.
Me either.
I mean, I like eggnog, but I don't not like that. Second one, here comes my strike. I'm getting rid of the pumpkin spice latte.
Strike 2 because you already knew.
Where did it all go?
Bottom row, I'm going to get rid of the noggy or nice because that looks like the thing I yacked up yesterday.
All right. So now we come to me. I'm getting rid of the eggnog shake. Chris, the sugar cookie shake is good as fuck. That shit is delicious. I know it sounds bad, but I really do like it. Second row, y'all are crazy as fuck. Frozen hot chocolate can fucking kick rocks. Like is it frozen or is it hot? Or like peppermint mocha is the second greatest thing on earth behind pumpkin spice latte. So frozen hot chocolate can kick all the rocks. And on the bottom, I'm not drinking the noggy or nice or the pumpkin smash. I don't like smoothies. I don't like no matter what's in them. But in this scenario, I do not super hate eggnog. I just hate eggnog. So I would actually get rid of the pumpkin smash smoothie bullshit, whatever that is, in this scenario. Smoothies are disgusting, y'all. Like I can't. Anyway, we're about to get to some other stuff. We're gonna do our last FAFO. Emily, I love you. If you want to order you some food or whatever, you can. We'll say bye to you.
It's not fair to order food that I can't taste.
Or you don't have to. Just sit there and feel better.
Just jam it up your nose. Just put it in the nose.
Don't forget the Mucinex.
All right. We love you.
Get you in the bars and wash that shit out.
All right. Love you. All righty. So, y'all have seen this one, but once again, and we're going to reconnect Facebooks after this. We're going to do our last FAFO. I know the other two were like OMG, but this one is super OMG. So if you're super sensitive, just turn your head. Don't turn us off. Turn the volume down. Turn your head. You do not want to see this if you are squeamish.
Hey, yo!
Oh, bro, his nose came off. That is intense. That is as intense as it gets. My nose hurts right now just watching that. Anyway,
bro, looking like.
Why would you do that?
All right, we got one more before we get to the conference championship predictions. This one should go pretty quick. I got a lot of crazy talk saved up for y'all. I knew y'all motherfuckers were going to pick pumpkin spice, so I've been prepared for that all day. James, one per row.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to go with the mozzarella bites. Oh, God. You know what? Give me the mac and cheese. As much as I love chocolate.
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it.
I'm going to go with a wild card, and I'm going to go with the cookies and cream.
All righty.
You really thought I was going to go with the strawberry, didn't you, Squidward?
Strawberry ice cream is good, though. That's just, I mean, am I going to pick it? We'll find out. But I like strawberry ice cream, I'll tell you that. Chris.
We have surpassed the Senate Intelligence Committee. We're bringing in the KGB. We're bringing in AFL-CIO. It's all three of them. Mozzarella
Holy
bites,
shit!
Cheese,
Hell has froze over more than the 2016 Cubs winning the World Series.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell's going on here tonight.
That's crazy. I don't know either. Gosh, Terry.
I'll go with the mozzarella bites. I'll go with mac and cheese because the other two give me some really bad heartburn. Can't enjoy them. But for ice cream, I'm going with strawberry.
All righty. I like strawberry ice cream too, bro. On the first one, I'm going with, what's that?
No, what Terry said, valid. You know, strawberry ice cream, in my opinion, is pretty slept on.
I agree. I love strawberry ice cream, bro. Top row, ham croquettes. You ain't never had the ham. It's so the ham is baked and it's inside a fried shell with some mozzarella cheese. That shit is goddamn amazing. That's like a little ham and cheese grilled thing for you. Man, those things are great. So go ahead and give me those. I love those, man. I love ham anyway. Second row, I'm going with lasagna. I love mac and cheese. Like this one was not hard because lasagna is my favorite food, but mac and cheese is probably one of my top 5 favorite foods. I absolutely love macaroni and cheese, but lasagna is my favorite. And on the bottom, man, I'm going with chocolate. Like that's like chocolate ice cream is my favorite thing in the world. There's nothing I don't think I enjoy eating more as a snack, treat, whatever, than chocolate ice cream. But you know how this game's played. James.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? I really was considering eliminating ham croquettes. But you know what? I will give it the college try. So I got to say, arrivederci, arancini. It's basically rice balls or deep fried rice balls, if I may. Middle row. Oh God. This is the only reason I'm eliminating this because it is a side dish. I gotta say goodbye, mac and cheese. Why? Because, like I said, it is a side dish.
Sometimes it's my main dish, but continue on.
You know what? Fair enough.
You ever had mac and cheese? Oh my God.
Fair enough.
But continue on. That's not crazy talk. I understand what you're saying. That's a side dish, yes.
Yeah.
I'm calling foul. That's a penalty. Flag on the play because you picked it as the one that you're keeping. You can't keep it and throw it away too.
This is a challenge flag. Hold on.
So, is this your first time on the show, Chris? James does this shit all the time. So I just go.
I could have swore I picked lasagna.
No, you picked mac and cheese.
But you picked lasagna because I agree with you.
Fair enough. But look, I will say this: bottom row. I love chocolate, but now that I'm older, double chocolate does sound kind of crazy. But I will give the college try for strawberry ice cream and chocolate syrup. Yes. I'm going to have to eliminate chocolate ice cream.
Strawberry ice cream and chocolate syrup is like a fantastic combo. One of the greatest things you'll ever eat, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
Chocolate ice cream is crazy talk. Chris.
So I'm getting rid of the deep fried rice balls. Sorry, Arancini, you're gone. I much prefer lasagna over the meatball pizza bake. So, see ya, meatballs. In this bottom row, I got to edit this a little bit. Give me the chocolate, but I'm also going to put a scoop of vanilla in there with it and let it get super soft and mix it up. Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh, so chocolate vanilla ice cream soup. I see you.
It's good, especially when you add chocolate sauce to it. Like, all right. So for me, I'm getting rid of arancini. The other two are I love mozzarella bites, but when you put that ham in there with it, man, and oh my God, it's so fucking good.
The ham croquettes remind me of a God, what is it?
Get out of the tree!
I lost what it is, but it's like ham and cream cheese, ham cordon bleu.
Literally in the tree.
Oh, a ham cordon bleu. There's no cream cheese on that, at least not when I eat it. But I do love a cordon bleu. Second row. Or Terry.
I was just at that. You started without me. I'm like, hey, fuck me, right? But anyway.
No, I was like, Chris was just commenting on that in particular. So, and it made me think, well, what's he got for the second row? But it's your turn, Terry.
Well, what did he say for the ice cream though that he was getting rid of?
I'm getting rid of the strawberry.
Oh, okay.
I'm throwing a little bit of vanilla in with the chocolate and mixing it up until it's really, really soft. And it's
I heard that part with the Kenny G music in the background, but but yeah, in the words of James, I want to get rid of those deep fried rice balls.
Those rice balls.
Get rid of the rice balls.
Get rid of the rice balls.
Who wants deep fried rice balls? Mama would not like that.
That's right.
You know what? You know what? I can literally hear Tommy DeVito calling up somebody to take me out sometime soon.
Second row, I would get rid of the meatball pasta bake, because if I'm gonna have meatballs, it's gonna be with spaghetti, not with penne, as Andrew was saying.
Penne is the superior pasta, but continue on.
Bottom row, I think I'm gonna get rid of. I'm kind of like old fashioned, so I mean the three flavors we originally brought up on for the longest time was chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, and then together made it Neapolitan. So I'm gonna have to get rid of cookies and cream on this one.
All right.
Crazy talk.
I mean, is it though? So for me, I'm not eating rice balls. So I'm gonna eliminate that.
Balls. Balls.
Balls.
Balls. What are you talking about, huh?
Second row.
Balls.
I'm going to eliminate more balls because I don't like meatballs. I don't like them in spaghetti or anything. Just a chunk of fucking hamburger meat. No, I'm not in. I don't like hamburger that much anyway. So I'm eliminating on the bottom row. I'm eliminating cookies and cream. That's just I just don't like that ice cream, to be honest with you. Like I would never go to a store and be like, "Oh, cool, give me some cookies and cream ice cream, bro." Like that's never gonna happen. So I'm eliminating that bullshit. But
you sounded awfully British there.
yes. You know what though? Like my people aren't British; they're actually Norwegian. So that's actually kind of funny. That everything we set in America is based off of European history, heavily on the English history, obviously. But either way, I love the British language. I love to hear the people speak British. I love the accent. It's probably my favorite one in the whole world, to be honest with you. So here we go to conference championship picks. We'll start with James, Terry, Chris, and me. So Alabama and Georgia.
Oh, I mean, this is definitely a tough one, and no surprise that Alabama and Georgia have met up in the SEC championship in the years prior. But you know what? Georgia is on a run right now. Give me the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Bloody Sunday. Yes. So Terry.
Yeah, I'm agree with James on this one. Like it seemed like the times when Georgia was getting overhyped, Alabama would come in and beat them. But now it's like, and then vice versa. So it seems like Alabama's getting more attention, and I think that's what Georgia wants. And I think they're going to come in with the upset and beat Alabama.
Okay. Chris.
I'm pissed off at the College Football Playoff Committee. So, I want all of the chaos. Give me Georgia by 4 touchdowns or more. I want them to beat the absolute living shit out of Alabama. I want the committee put in a position where they have to decide something and not based on a uniform. So give me Georgia by 4 touchdowns or more.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and call super crazy talk here. I have Georgia winning this game because they should. Georgia's the best team in the country right now, not named Ohio State. Make no mistake, that was a big win over Georgia Tech, even though it got close at the end. I mean, the way that they handled that, scored, and then just played defense and said, "I dare you." Like Kirby Smart was sending a message. I got 16 points. I have enough. I'm playing dull down football so nobody sees what I'm doing. So Georgia should win this game. However, Georgia really doesn't have a lot to play for here. Georgia's in the college football playoff. They're not going to be the number 1 seed. That's not going to happen. Whoever wins the Big Ten championship is going to be the number 1 seed. Alabama has everything to play for. They want to leave no doubt. Even though they're probably in win or lose, they want to leave no doubt. So Alabama, I think, has a bigger chip on their shoulder right now. But if we're going to say Georgia's coming to really compete and they're coming to really play and like we hope they are, Georgia should win this game. Georgia's best team in the country, not named Ohio State, in my opinion. But the next one, this one right here, I think we'll have a clean sweep, but you just never know with Chris. So Texas Tech and BYU. Actually, I do know I have Chris's picks, but we're building up some stuff here. Continue on.
So what was it? Texas Tech handed BYU their first loss on the season, if I'm correct.
Their only loss of the season.
Yeah, you know what? Texas Tech, they spent a lot of money in the NIL transfer portal. Obviously, it showed on the field. Give me the Red Raiders.
All righty. Terry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that first game is going to be a fluke. I think they're probably most likely going to embarrass BYU again because it didn't seem like BYU had an answer for their defense. So I'm expecting the same result. So give me the Red Raiders.
Okay, Chris.
So I'm going to give you the answer that I think is going to happen, and then I'm going to follow it up with what I want to happen. I think Texas Tech handles business. They're that fucking good. But what I want to happen is BYU to go in there and push them around like they got pushed around the first time. I want BYU to win this game. I want the chaos. But
Alrighty.
I think Texas Tech is going to win it.
Okay. I too think Texas Tech is going to win, but here's the scenario that we don't have with Alabama, Georgia. Georgia's in and they're hosting, and you can just put fucking money on the bank no matter what happens this week. That's not the case with Texas Tech. Texas Tech loses this game, they may still go to the playoffs. It's going to be iffy. They probably will, but they'll be traveling round one if they lose this game. So this isn't a scenario where BYU has to win like Alabama does to leave no doubt. Texas Tech also has so much to play for, and they're just a much better team than BYU. We saw it earlier in this year. BYU had no answer for what Texas Tech was doing on all three sides of the ball. They were outcoached, outplayed, just the way it was, and I expect similar results here. I think Texas Tech wins this game handily. So now comes the big game. Normally, Alabama, Georgia, and the SEC championship game, just automatically the biggest game of the year. But that's not the case. The biggest game of the year is this Saturday, 1 versus 2. Signetti and Day. Ohio State and Indiana, James.
Oh, you know what? Terry and I talked about this on my last show. And I straight up said, this is my hottest take of the year. Is Ohio State really that good? Or are they playing the part of fool's gold?
If you believe that, you're a fool.
Well, call me a fool because I fully believe that, because who in the hell have they beaten on their schedule that actually gave them a run for their money? At least when Alabama was running the SEC, the games were actually close.
I mean, the game against Texas was 14-7 at home, bro. Like, how much do you want it to be?
I'm not denying that. But since Texas, which team have they played that gave them a run for their money? Having said that, I am going with an upset. Give me goddamn Indiana.
You know what's funny is Ohio State played the same Purdue team that Notre Dame beating their chest about beating.
I mean, okay. I got you, Terry.
Yeah, I'm expecting a shootout. I'm hoping to see a shootout. And I think this is one of those things to where Indiana might not ever get an opportunity like this ever again. Because I could see a lot of the talent leaving for the draft or whatever, then and who knows how they're going to be next year. So I think they're going to leave everything. They're going to play with just basically put it all out there, and I'm going to pick Indiana with an upset over Ohio State.
Okay. My turn's coming up. I will save what I have for then. Chris.
I've seen Indiana struggle in games that they shouldn't struggle in. I've seen Mendoza just absolutely have a shit of a game on Saturday. I believe he was like 8 for 17. He was absolutely stunk the house up. I don't think Indiana has enough on defense to contend with the weapons Ohio State has on offense. I think Ohio State wins this game, and I don't think it's going to be particularly close.
So here's where I'm at with this. Indiana beat the shit out of a lot of playing teams this year. Same thing they did last year. Indiana's a better team this year than they were last year, but like Penn State almost beat them. Iowa should have beat them. So what you saw there, Penn State and Iowa have really good defenses. They do, and then Indiana could muster 27 points and only 20 against Iowa. Well, guess what? Ohio State is Iowa with a fucking offense. So you're not, I mean, and Ohio State's like Alabama. They're going to get the ball. They're not going to beat anybody 56-0, but they're beating everybody 30-10. And this is the reason why. They're going to control the time of clock, and there's nothing you can do about it. That offense is fucking perfect almost for what they do, chewing the clock and scoring touchdowns. Now, Iowa defense held Indiana in check big time. Ohio State's defense is better than Iowa's defense. Make no mistake about that. Ohio State has the best defense in the country. I'll go ahead and throw that out there now. What we're going to see is that Iowa Indiana style game. For Indiana, their defense is decent, but Iowa's defense was bad. They played a good defense in both those games, and they got held in check. You're going to see the same thing again. I think you're going to see Ohio State win this game 27-14, 27-10. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be close either. Ohio State's the best team in the country, and if you don't believe that, then you haven't watched this team play. They're not blowing people out. That's not their MO. But what they're doing is same thing Alabama does, only more efficient. Run the ball, control the clock, score touchdowns, and play defense. Plain and simple. Ohio State's the best team in the country. And I'll say it until I'm blue in the face, to be completely honest with you. I can't wait for the college football playoffs. They're going to be great. And then the great what the hell, because this shit makes no sense for Virginia and Duke.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. The ACC championship makes little to no sense whatsoever. Having said that, you know what? I'm going to take a safe bet. Give me Virginia in this game.
Okay. Cool. You chose Duke on the graphic. I just want to go ahead and point that out there.
Yeah, valid.
I will allow you to change that to Virginia if that's what you're doing. The game hasn't even come close to started. That's fine. Terry.
I forgot what I chose on the graphic too, but
Duke.
I chose Duke.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna stick with Duke on this one.
Okay. They're 7-5 and they made it to a championship game. I agree with that, John. I think Ohio State wins by 14 points. Regardless if it's 24-10 or 34-20, I agree with you 100%.
Keep doubting Mark Signetti, baby. Keep doubting him.
Yeah, we saw what happened in the playoffs. Chris.
Yeah, no lies. No lies.
On the graphic, I picked Virginia.
Correct. I know who you want to win.
I'm going to roll with that because there's a story about Virginia that a lot of people don't know. I'm working on getting it published on College Football Backers. 3 years ago, this team lost 3 players in a brutal mass murder. Last week, the week of Thanksgiving, the perpetrator was finally sentenced. I think he got 5 consecutive life sentences in the deal. Those players that were murdered in that case are still as much a part of this team as what they were then. The parents of those players are still part of this team. I think that is motivation for what Virginia's done this year. I think they've drawn a lot of pride in playing for those 3 young men. I think Virginia handles their business. However, what I want to happen, I want the fucking chaos. There's a reason that Duke is only a 2-point underdog. Their offense can score with everybody in the country. They just can't stop anybody on defense. I want Duke to win this game. I want them to throw wrinkles into everything. But I'm taking Virginia.
Alrighty. So what we're seeing, why the line is so low in this game is it's just because it's a championship game and anything could happen type deal. But reality is these 2 teams already squared off before. And it was a beatdown of epic proportions, just like Texas Tech and BYU. Duke had no answer for. So Virginia is very above average offense and above average defense, and that's good. And that's good enough to beat Duke, in my opinion. Virginia has everything to play for. If Virginia wins, they're in the college football playoff. If Duke wins, they're not. They're not going. There will be a G5 school ahead of them, and rightfully so. So basically, Virginia has as much to play for as anybody in these graphics that we just showed. They really do. If they win, they're in the college football playoff. I see no reason why Duke would be able to come around and pull the old okey doke now. Give me Virginia. I think it's a beatdown again. I think 34-10, 34-7. I don't think this game is close. I think Virginia will bow out very quickly in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. They're not ready for any team like that. But the fact that they won the ACC and made it, applaud. Tony Elliott's got something going up there. Going 10-2, no matter where you're at, is never easy. Winning a conference championship is even less easy. And going to the college football playoff is even less easy. So, congratulations to Tony Elliott and Virginia, assuming they win this game, man. Fantastic season. Hats off to you, man. Hats off to Tony Elliott. Because I think Virginia was 1-11 when he took over, right? The year before he took over, they were 1-11. And now he's got them in the college football playoff. This guy's not being talked about enough. Why come when all these big jobs came open, nobody named Tony Elliott? Who else took fucking 1-11 Virginia to the college football playoff? That's crazy talk to me. He doesn't get enough. Publicity. This guy's done a phenomenal job. Virginia's not an easy place to win at, bro. Like, who the fuck wants to go to Virginia?
So while you're talking about Tony Elliott, I wanted to throw an opinion out there. It was announced today the Walter Camp Coach of the Year Award. The 3 finalists are Ryan Day, Kurt Cignetti, and Clark Lee. I think one of those guys needs. Actually, I think 2 of those guys need to be replaced. Ryan Day, you were expected to be right there. I don't think you deserve props for being where you were expected to be. Kurt Cignetti, you were expected to be there. I don't think you should be on that list. Put Tony Elliott on that list and put Eric Morris on that list from North Texas. Nobody expected either one of those 2 coaches to do what they've done this year, going 10-2 and 11-1. Put them on the list. Let's have a real Coach of the Year award between 3 guys that nobody expected to be there. Just my opinion.
Not so fast, my friend. Look, I'm sorry. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, look, I got to give it to Kurt. It's a tie between Cignetti and Clark Lee. The turnaround that they've done for Indiana and Vanderbilt, yeah, I got to give it to them.
I
One of them.
I agree with putting Tony Elliott on this, but not at the expense of Cignetti. Indiana is not an easy place to win at, man. Indiana's been trash, like, for my whole life, to be honest with you. And for him to come in and then go undefeated in a regular season at Indiana, he belongs on this list.
That's fair. I mean,
the same could be said for Clark Lee. Like, look what he's done for Vanderbilt. He turned that school around the same way that Cignetti did.
I just don't think Ryan Day should be on there for being where you were expecting.
I agree.
Yeah,
you're defending national champion, but once again, he's undefeated defending national champion. It's hard again not to keep him on this list too. So it's hard. So there needs to be a most improved coach award because that would go to Tony Elliott. But you can't pull Ryan Day off. Man's won like 100 games in a row. The defending national champion, undefeated, going into a conference championship game.
Fun conversation, though.
But
Chris did warn us, though. He says he wants the chaos.
He did.
So there.
Very true.
Last game on here, because I'm trying to wrap it up under 2 hours so I can make our shorts. South Dakota State at Montana. James.
Ooh, man, this is finna to be a good one, but you know what? Give me the Jackrabbits.
Okay. Jackrabbits, good pick. Terry.
It's going to be one of those good ones soon. I'm going to try to watch that game just to kind of see what those schools have been about because I haven't really watched any of those schools. But I'm going to take Montana in this one.
Montana? Okay. No crazy talk there, Chris.
So here's my thing. I'm going to take the Jackrabbits. However, I'm going to be watching Yale versus Montana State. And yeah, I'm watching Yale versus Montana State. Let's see what the Eli are made out of. They came from 35-7 down last week
Over
at
Youngstown
State
A
and
traditional
beat them
power.
43-42. I want to see what the Yale can do. But give me the Jackrabbits. I'm keeping my eye on Yale.
Okay. No crazy talk there. So Yale come back to be the traditional power. Also noted that Yale quarterback Dante Reno was at the University of South Carolina. 4-star recruit. Then, Lenore Sellers and Aaron Nolan came and he saw the writing on the wall, but good for him, man. Good for him.
Yes. First year ever that the Ivy League has been allowed to participate in the FCS playoffs.
Yep. All right. So South Dakota State. South Dakota State at Montana, right? And we got a lot of people picking South Dakota State here. But I gotta tell you, I don't agree with that, man. North Dakota State beat the bloody fucking hell out of South Dakota State. Then after that, they turned around and lost to Illinois State. They lost to Indiana State. Elite teams don't do that shit. It even in the FCS level, it stays the same. You don't do shit like that. So Montana's 11-1, and they took a late loss by 3 to Montana State, who is also 10-2 with 2 big time losses against obviously better competition. Montana State and Montana and North Dakota State and everybody else. So that's just the way it is. Montana is going to beat San Diego State by a lot. We're looking at a 38-7 beatdown. Like, I get it. I get, South Dakota State, they won a natty not too long ago, but Montana State, and North Dakota State, one of them 3 will win the national championship. That's just a fact. Like, if you don't believe me, you don't watch FCS football. Now, I love FCS football. Like, I'm the biggest Furman fan ever. FCS football is great, but Montana is 100% going to win this game by a lot. And I mean a lot. But with that being said,
You Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for Sunday. You Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for Sunday. You Lord, the Lord.
Before we log off, I just want to thank the 54 people watching live. So I'm looking at the views, man. This is one of our biggest shows of the year. We have been going in and out with entertainment and food, and it's been steadily doing better, even against James's wishes. So y'all had to be in the group chat to understand why I'm saying that. But I do miss talking all college football, but I love my video game time, my food time, my entertainment, and I don't think I'm going to change that. But I will tell you, next year at college football season, the weeks leading up, and then the first 4 or 5 weeks of college football, there's going to be so much subject matter. I'm going to have no choice in that moment. James, final thoughts. We got 18 minutes, so do a final thought.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it short. Look, the conference championships are this weekend, but there's one game next weekend that is happening. And if there's one thing I've learned, it is this: go Navy, beat Army, baby. Having said that, now look, I am a working man right now, but tomorrow is going to be a late night episode. You're not going to want to miss it. We got a lot of fun things to talk about. And obviously, Be sure to tune in for the most uncut, uncensored, and unscripted sports talk show of all time. And at the end of the day, you will know whose game it is with everybody saying no mercy sports. Yeah.
So what time you plan on going on?
9:30ish.
Okay. Cool. Because I should be home at 10:30, so I should be able to jump home for the last hour.
I bet. Yeah, so it'll be 9:30ish Central Time.
Okay, so you'll be wrapping up about 10:30. Well, maybe I can get on for the last 30 minutes. I might. Well, I don't know. I'll try.
Yeah. Well, I'm closing, so just be on the lookout for the link.
Gotcha. Terry, final thoughts.
Well, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm happy about that. I'm finally two big things this week. One, as you read my name here, I got UCLA's finally has a coach. And two, somehow I let Chris talk me into this. I got an X account, so if you want to look me up, I mean, nothing special. I just started, so look up Terrible Terry 83.
Alrighty.
Put that there next time.
Follow him on X. Chris, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Greatest
I'm just
season
checking
ever.
our views. Go ahead.
Greatest season ever in the history of Vanderbilt University. 10-2. Men's basketball 9-0. Beat the shit out of SMU last night in the ACC SEC Challenge. Women 9-0. Collectively between football, men's basketball, women's basketball, and soccer. The Vanderbilt Commodores, since the start of the 2025-26 school year, a combined 44-6. What an incredible time to be a Commodore. They've invested in sports finally. We got an administration that gives a shit. And we should be in the college football playoffs over a team like Notre Dame that built their resume beating 5 of the worst teams in the Power 4. Give me the fucking chaos. Give me the chaos. I want the college football committee to be absolutely fucking embarrassed by the time they're done with their show on Sunday.
You know what? The college football committee will actually watch the video you sent the day that you decide to stop hating on the Yankees.
So
That'll never happen.
fun show. I had a blast. We do this every Thursday.
I'll try to change the settings next time.
Yeah, change the settings next time. So I just want to say, Villain Gaming, something that I'm very passionate about, something that's really getting us a lot of views on our socials. I've been clipping some out in James's socials too, and I've been looking. They've been doing pretty damn good. So Villain Gaming, y'all, Red Dead right now, Assassin's Creed Rogue. But I will tell you, I've already beat Shadows. I've beaten 3 Final Fantasies on Villain Gaming. So Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is this tattoo right here, is getting a full remaster coming out at the beginning of next year. Y'all best believe the day that game comes out, I am going to be playing it. I cannot wait. But with that being said, thank you all for being here. You watch Villains the Podcast only on the Villain Media Network. For me, final thoughts always dwells around my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You know, it's just something. It's not a lifestyle. It is the life. I'm just telling y'all, like, this is the way. This is the truth. So if you know about it, you know, embrace it. That's really all I can say. Not trying to get all preachy on you, but like, I just want to save y'all. I love y'all. One day y'all are going to stand before the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. You are going to stand before him. You know, you're going to have to explain your actions, and they understand that, you know, you're sinful, but like you've got to get better. Like as you grow. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to get all preachy. I love talking about Jesus. But with that being said, thank you for watching Villains of Podcast only on the Villain Media Network. And as always, Matthew 24:13.